Travel Michigan. I'm Dave Lorenz, along with Michelle Grinnell and George Zimmerman. See how I gave her headline there?
I like that.
Yay.
I like that.
It's about time.
I like it too.
So Michelle, where are we going to?
We're going to lovely Petoskey, Michigan, and here to tell us all about it is Diane Dakins, who is the Assistant Director of the Petoskey Area CVB. So thank you for being with us, Diane.
Well,
and
thanks for having me.
Are you guys ready for spring in Petoskey?
Oh, we are definitely ready for spring. You know, the great thing about the Petoskey area with all our ski hills is that spring will be there for all the people that want it, but we'll still be skiing.
Yeah. Well, you know, it is kind of funny because this time of the year is the time I usually have time to get out to the slopes, and I'll go to maybe one of the Boyne properties in your area or Nubs Knob. And they do all these crazy things this time of year.
They do, and this weekend is particularly crazy with Carnival weekend going on and crazy days, and that will be wrapping up tomorrow. So it's been a great time with all of that and the fun and the camaraderie. And next weekend, the 22nd, will be Mardi Gras, and that's at Nubs Knob.
Oh, yeah, okay, good. Well, you know, that's so cool because at those like crazy days, do they like ski through the Jello or something like that?
Through the slush puddles.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
We went back to college.
It is crazy. Yeah. But besides, there's something fun, I think, about spring skiing because you can literally, and I've seen these young kids out there, you know, skiing in shorts, and, you know, it's a little bizarre.
Absolutely.
But it's so comfortable, and I love it.
It's great. It's some of the best skiing of the year, and with all the snow that we've had, over 160 inches in the Petoskey area, the spring skiing is going to be incredible. Great spring packages start March 17th, stay the 17th, ski the 18th, and many of our lodging properties have just rock bottom prices in cooperation with Boyne Highlands, Boyne Mountain, and Nubs Knob. And I think anybody that wants to get a few runs in maybe didn't get as many as they wanted to because the weather was a little colder than we had really wanted this winter. Then that's going to be a great time to come.
Now, what about the summer skiing? What's that going to be like?
We do that behind books, George.
do that in the bay.
Bring it on. Little Traverse Bay,
Yes.
Lake Charlevoix, absolutely.
Yeah, well, it's a stunningly beautiful place. What is it? Is it 31 that you drive on, basically between like Petoskey and Charlevoix?
31.
I just think that's one of the most beautiful drives I can imagine anywhere.
It is a beautiful drive that way. And, of course, if you come up 131, you go through Boyne Falls and past Boyne Mountain, and then you're coming into Petoskey. You crest that hill on 131 and just kind of say, ah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, actually, you know, south of Petoskey as well along that route is really, really cool. So let's say it's going to be warming up one of these days, and people might want to do a little shopping. Petoskey area is certainly well known for being a great shopping destination.
Certainly. In downtown Petoskey, we've got the famous Gaslight District, and our downtowns in Boyne City and Harbor Springs, Bay Harbor, all have wonderful shops, very upscale shops in Bay Harbor, boutique shops in Harbor Springs, and fun shops in Boyne City. The Sobo with South Boyne District is great shopping.
I've never heard that.
I haven't either.
Sobo.
I have to try
Really?
that. That's cool.
Well,
amazing.
you need to come join us. There'll be the South Boyne Sobo Art Show coming up in June, which is a great time. And it's a wonderful little community. Always a lot of things going on there.
Well, you know, here at the conference this week, we've been kind of concentrating on the culinary stuff, you know, the great food, the foodie towns that we have in Michigan. And you think about how Petoskey has grown with food in the last several years. There's some great options there.
We have fantastic options all through the area. Of course, Palette Bistro is one of the newer restaurants in downtown Petoskey. Twisted Olive both do a fabulous job. And, of course, we've got a lot of the ones that have been around for a while, but continue to just really put on a great show. New restaurant opening in Bay Harbor. Sounds like it's going to be great. Can't give you details on that yet, but that'll be opening this summer. And down in Boyne City, of course, Red Mesa and Cafe Sante. Cafe Sante right on Lake Charlevoix, #2 lake in the country for beauty. That's just doing a fabulous job. Both Harbor Springs and Petoskey doing restaurant weeks this summer, actually earlier this spring, so we'd like people to come and enjoy those.
And they've got good beer up there, too. I have to get my plug in.
You have some favorites you'd like to divulge? Or?
Trade secrets.
All right.
But isn't there like a new microbrew that just started recently?
There are two that have
yeah.
started in the last couple of years. Petoskey Brewery is out on M119, right between Petoskey and Harbor Springs. Great location. Has
It's a
been
beautiful building,
fabulous.
right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It was actually built as a brewery, and the snowmobilers have just loved it this year. And Michelle, I too enjoy the breweries. Unfortunately, one of them's right down the street from my office. It's called Beard's Brewery, and yeah.
What time do they open them? In the morning.
They don't open until my lunch hour.
Probably for the best.
Yes.
So for nature lovers, I usually, because I enjoy going out hiking a lot, I usually look for the trails and such, but you have a kind of unique collection of like nature preserves in that area. I don't think there's any community I can think of anywhere that has so many nature preserves near one town or in one town.
Most of those are headed up by the Little Traverse Conservancy. They have 70,000 plus acres of conservancy up in our area and the surrounding area. Beautiful, beautiful facilities. Thorn Swift, one of my favorite over in Harbor Springs. They opened up a new one called the Skyline Preserve in Boyne City, which is a nice addition to Avalanche Preserve in Boyne City, which if you've never been there, it is, I want to say 462 steps to the top of Avalanche and worth every bead of sweat and huff and puff, because once you get up there, the view is just incredible.
I'll have to try that. Any events that we should mention, like in April coming up? Any like events, festivals?
Well,
that we should mention?
April is going to be just a month-long event of the snow melting.
That's true. Yeah. Well, that's true.
Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of events in April. That's kind of the ski season is winding down. The golf season is starting. We actually have courses they are going to open in April, so we'll be watching for that. Our next big event is going to be the National Morel Mushroom Hunting Championship, and that is in May. It will be the 15th through the 18th. Yep, so we're excited for that. If you like morel mushrooms, it is definitely the place to be.
Must be good. It's a national event.
It is.
It's like the Olympics of mushrooms.
Yes, and it is always very interesting.
The Super Bowl. Oh, I'm sorry. So you can't say that.
It's the big event.
It's the big game.
It's the big game. You can't say that other thing.
I didn't say that.
Diane, thank you so much. People should head up to the Petoskey area. You're going to love it. It really is a fantastic place. And for more information, go to petoskeyarea.com. So we want to thank Diane Dakins, Assistant Director of the Petoskey Area CVB, for being with us today. And again, that website, Petoskey Area.
I'm sorry.
Yes. I'll say it one more time, petoskeyarea.com.
Thank you.
You're picking on me, Mom. So, George, what's happening?
Oh, not much.
Yeah,
How about you?
Anything happening?
Not too much.
Besides, of course, a planned retirement coming up soon.
Yeah, there's that. So on Michigan.org, I think that's what you were supposed to ask about.
Yes, I was. That's what I was saying.
Yes, where your trip begins. So a couple things. We're talking about the end of ski season deals and events going on, and certainly that's all available for you at Michigan.org, so be sure to check that out. And then the second thing is getting ready for the spring events that are coming up, and some of which we've talked about with our first two guests today. But all of that is available at Michigan.org. And I think the other thing is this time of year in particular, the social media, our social media presence has grown so much over the last couple of years, and the ability to chat with, interact with other people traveling around Michigan. What a great opportunity via our Facebook page or Twitter or any of Instagram or any of our social media outlets. So certainly if you go to Michigan.org, you'll find those links to all of that social media activity. And it's a great place to kind of catch up on what other people are doing, especially like you mentioned, the end. We talked about the end of season skiing stuff. I mean, that is great fodder for social media.
Well, and just at Michigan.org, I don't know how long those ski updates will go, but I presume they'll go until there's no skiing to be done.
So June.
Yes, that's right, through mid-June.
Through mid-June, the way it's going. And the other thing too is we got to mention too the new spring summer guide, Pure Michigan Guide, is now available on Michigan.org. You can order your own copy right there. Or you can stop by the Welcome Centers and pick one up. But it's a beautiful, beautiful piece with lots of great ideas for spring, summer travel. That's available also through Michigan.org. So I think those kind of things are the resources that people really expect from us this time of year, and that spring guide is available. So go to Michigan.org and check it out.
Absolutely. Good idea. Speaking of good ideas, one might be to head up to Charlevoix this spring. We're going to tell you all about that next, right here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at Michigan.org.